As people cross the milestone of 50, the significance of health becomes clearer than ever before. The body has already gone through decades of wear and tear, and though it still has remarkable resilience, it does not recover as quickly as it once did. That is why prioritizing physical and mental health at this stage of life is not just an option but a necessity. The choices one makes in diet, lifestyle, activity level, and even mindset directly shape the quality of the years ahead. For many, this is a turning point where they realize that they can either continue with old habits that deplete their energy or consciously build routines that support longevity, vitality, and peace of mind. Health after 50 is no longer about looking young or chasing quick results. It is about sustaining strength, independence, and joy. Physical health starts with nutrition, and at 50 plus, the body's needs shift. Metabolism slows down, and the tendency to gain weight becomes higher even with the same food intake that once felt normal. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and excessive carbohydrates take a bigger toll now, often leading to conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol problems. That is why a balanced diet rich in vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains becomes essential. Hydration also plays a bigger role than many realize, as older adults are more prone to dehydration, which can affect kidney function, digestion, and even mental clarity. It is not about extreme diets or deprivation. Rather, it is about making consistent, sustainable choices that nourish the body. Small adjustments, such as limiting salt, choosing olive oil over butter, and incorporating fiber-rich foods, can significantly lower health risks and improve energy. Exercise, too, takes on a different dimension after 50. While younger years may have been about building muscle or athletic performance, exercise in later life focuses on maintaining mobility, bone strength, and cardiovascular health. Walking, swimming, yoga, tai chi, and light strength training are excellent ways to keep the body active without overstraining it. Regular activity strengthens the heart, lowers blood pressure, and reduces the risk of strokes or heart attacks. Strength training, even in moderate amounts, is crucial because it fights age-related muscle loss and protects bone density, lowering the chances of osteoporosis and fractures. Flexibility exercises and balance training help prevent falls, which can become serious with age. The key is consistency. Doing 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week creates long-lasting benefits. Preventive care is another area that becomes especially important. Many people in their 50s feel fine and think regular checkups are unnecessary, but early detection of health issues often makes the difference between simple treatments and complicated conditions. Routine screenings such as blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and cancer checks can catch problems before they progress. Vaccinations, including flu and pneumonia shots, are also recommended to strengthen immunity. Dental health, often overlooked, has a deep impact on overall wellness, as gum disease is linked to heart health. Similarly, vision and hearing checkups help maintain quality of life and prevent accidents. Taking these proactive steps does not mean living in fear of illness. Instead, it reflects a wise approach to safeguarding health so that one can enjoy life more freely. Mental health is equally vital. At this age, many experience transitions, children leaving home, retirement approaching, or changes in physical abilities. These shifts can lead to feelings of loneliness, loss of purpose, or even depression. Prioritizing mental well-being requires deliberate efforts, such as nurturing social connections, engaging in fulfilling activities, and practicing mindfulness. Meditation, journaling, and breathing exercises are powerful tools for reducing stress and maintaining emotional balance. A positive mindset has a measurable impact on physical health, too, as chronic stress can weaken the immune system, increase inflammation, and worsen existing conditions. Surrounding oneself with supportive relationships, engaging in community service, or simply pursuing hobbies can create a sense of purpose and keep the mind active. Sleep often becomes a challenge after 50, yet it remains one of the most critical pillars of health. Poor sleep contributes to weight gain, weakens concentration, and raises the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Creating a regular bedtime routine, avoiding excessive caffeine or alcohol, and keeping screens out of the bedroom can greatly improve sleep quality. A dark, quiet, and comfortable environment promotes deep rest, which allows the body to heal and the mind to recharge. Investing in good sleep hygiene is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to stay healthy. Another aspect of health that people often underestimate is managing stress. The body's response to stress changes with age, and constant pressure without relaxation takes a toll on both the heart and the immune system. Techniques like yoga, mindfulness, or simply walking in nature can provide balance. Learning to let go of unnecessary worries and focusing on gratitude creates inner peace. After 50, it becomes essential to recognize that stress not only affects the mind but also contributes to physical illnesses. Choosing calm over chaos is not weakness but wisdom. In addition, staying away from harmful habits becomes even more urgent. Smoking, excessive drinking, or long-term neglect of health have consequences that multiply with age. It is never too late to quit smoking, as benefits begin within weeks, improving lung function and reducing heart risk. Similarly, moderating alcohol preserves liver health, reduces blood pressure, and prevents dependency. Replacing these habits with healthier alternatives, such as walking, socializing, or creative pursuits, gives a sense of fulfillment without harming the body. Equally important is listening to the body. Pain, fatigue, or unusual symptoms should not be ignored as normal aging. Often they are signals of underlying issues that can be treated if addressed early. Learning to respect the body's limits and adapting activities accordingly ensures sustainability. Rest is not laziness, it is part of a balanced approach to health. Finally, prioritizing physical and mental health after 50 is not just about living longer but about living better. The goal is to maintain independence, enjoy relationships, pursue passions, and wake up each day with energy and purpose. Every choice, from what one eats to how one thinks, shapes the years ahead. By caring for the body and nurturing the mind, life after 50 can be a vibrant, fulfilling chapter, full of opportunities for growth and joy. At the stage of life beyond 50, relationships and social connections take on a deeper meaning than ever before. While career, ambition, and personal achievements may have dominated earlier decades, the later years highlight the importance of companionship, trust, and shared experiences. Many studies confirm that people who maintain strong social ties live longer, healthier, and happier lives compared to those who become isolated. Humans are, at their core, social beings, and the sense of belonging we derive from relationships plays a profound role in emotional balance and physical health. At this point in life, nurturing relationships is not about quantity but about quality. Having one or two meaningful connections can often be more rewarding than having a wide circle of shallow acquaintances. Family is often the foundation of these connections, and after 50, bonds with children, grandchildren, siblings, and even elderly parents can bring immense comfort. For some, This period may mean becoming grandparents, which creates a unique joy that is different from any other relationship. It is not only about providing care or guidance but also about receiving love, laughter, and a sense of legacy. Investing time in family traditions, regular gatherings, or simply small acts of communication strengthens these bonds. Even if misunderstandings or conflicts have occurred in the past, many people find that later life is the right time to forgive, let go, and rebuild bridges. Holding on to grudges only creates bitterness, while reconciliation brings peace of mind. Friendships, too, become vital. Unlike family, which we are born into, friends are chosen, and they offer companionship free from the expectations of blood ties. At 50 plus, many people notice that their circle of friends shrinks as careers slow down, children grow, or people relocate. However, those friendships that remain are often deeper and more meaningful. A trusted friend becomes a confidant, someone to share joys and sorrows with, someone who understands without judgment. Maintaining friendships requires effort, whether through regular phone calls, visits, or even online communication. Loneliness is one of the biggest challenges in later life, and friendships are one of the strongest shields against it. Community involvement is another layer of social connection that often brings a sense of purpose. After 50, when work responsibilities may lessen, people have more time to give back. Volunteering, joining social groups, participating in clubs, or engaging in local events allows individuals to form bonds outside their immediate circle. These interactions not only combat isolation but also give people a sense of contribution. Being part of something bigger than oneself provides meaning and fulfillment. Whether it is teaching younger generations, helping neighbors, or engaging in charity work, these acts of service enrich both giver and receiver. Technology has also transformed the way people maintain relationships after 50. While it cannot replace face-to-face connection, it offers a valuable tool to stay in touch with loved ones who may live far away. Video calls with grandchildren, group chats with old friends, and social media connections with communities of shared interests help bridge physical distances. Learning to use technology can feel intimidating for some, but those who embrace it often discover a whole new world of connection. It enables them to stay updated, share experiences, and avoid feelings of being left behind. Another important aspect of nurturing relationships at this age is communication. As people grow older, their perspectives, patience, and priorities evolve. Healthy communication means listening with empathy, expressing feelings without blame, and being open to compromise. Misunderstandings, if left unresolved, can create long-lasting emotional wounds. Learning to approach conflicts calmly, without ego, leads to stronger and healthier relationships. Many people realize after 50 that peace is more valuable than being right, and letting go of pride helps them preserve important connections. Romantic relationships also play a significant role in overall well-being. For those who are married or in long-term partnerships, this stage of life can either bring new closeness or highlight gaps that were once ignored. With children grown and careers slowing down, couples often find themselves rediscovering each other. Investing in shared activities, open conversations, and moments of appreciation can rekindle affection. For those who are single, divorced, or widowed, it is never too late to find companionship. Many people over 50 successfully form new relationships, discovering love and friendship in unexpected places. What matters most is openness to connection and the willingness to share life with someone. Emotional support is perhaps the most valuable gift relationships provide. After 50, health challenges, losses, or life transitions are more common. Having someone to lean on during difficult times makes the burden lighter. Equally, sharing joys multiplies happiness. Laughter shared with loved ones has a healing quality that no medicine can replace. In fact, scientific research has shown that social support reduces stress, lowers the risk of depression, improves heart health, and even boosts immunity. It is not simply emotional comfort, it is a biological necessity for a longer, healthier life. One of the challenges people often face is the fear of burdening others. Some withdraw when they face difficulties, thinking they should deal with problems alone. However, true relationships are built on mutual support. Asking for help, sharing vulnerabilities, and being present for others in return strengthens bonds. It creates a cycle of trust where both sides feel valued. At the same time, it is equally important to distance oneself from toxic or draining relationships. After 50, time and energy become precious, and choosing to focus on positive, uplifting connections brings peace. Finally, nurturing relationships is not only about others, it also begins with the relationship one has with oneself. Self-acceptance, self-respect, and self-care lay the foundation for how one relates to the world. When people treat themselves with kindness and maintain inner balance, they can extend the same energy outward. Building a healthy relationship with oneself ensures that loneliness is not felt as emptiness but as an opportunity for reflection and growth. In the end, valuing relationships and social connections after 50 is about weaving a circle of love, trust, and belonging that sustains both the heart and the soul. Family, friends, community, and even strangers we choose to connect with become part of the fabric of a meaningful life. While careers, possessions, and status may fade, the bonds we nurture remain as the true treasures. They provide comfort in times of sorrow, joy in times of celebration, and companionship in the everyday moments that make life beautiful. By investing in relationships, one ensures that the later years are not lived in isolation but in the warmth of human connection, which is perhaps the greatest source of happiness and health. At the stage of life after 50, the power of gratitude and positive thinking becomes clearer than ever. Earlier in life, people often get caught up in achievements, responsibilities, or struggles, constantly aiming for the next goal or worrying about what is missing. But as time passes, it becomes evident that happiness is less about external circumstances and more about perspective. Gratitude is the practice of shifting focus from what is lacking to what is present, and positive thinking is the habit of seeing challenges as opportunities rather than burdens. Together, they form a mindset that brings peace, resilience, and joy, regardless of age or circumstance. Gratitude is not about denying life's hardships. Everyone over 50 has experienced their share of difficulties, losses, disappointments, or health struggles. Gratitude does not erase these, but it offers a new lens to see life. Instead of being consumed by what went wrong, gratitude emphasizes what remains: good health, loving relationships, the ability to wake up each morning, or even the simple pleasures of nature, food, or laughter. By focusing on these, people find strength to endure challenges without being crushed by them. Scientific research confirms that practicing gratitude improves mood, reduces stress, strengthens immunity, and even supports better sleep. The simple act of writing down 3 things one is thankful for each day can rewire the brain to look for positives. Positive thinking, closely linked to gratitude, is not blind optimism or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it is the deliberate choice to interpret situations in a way that fosters hope and solutions instead of despair. For example, someone facing health issues can dwell on pain and limitations, or they can focus on treatment, lifestyle changes, and the aspects of life they can still enjoy. This shift in perspective not only improves emotional well-being but also affects physical health. Studies show that positive thinkers have lower risks of heart disease, recover faster from illness, and live longer. The body and mind are deeply connected, and cultivating positivity sends healing signals throughout the system. After 50, life often slows down, and this creates more opportunities for reflection. Gratitude allows people to look back not with regret but with appreciation. Instead of lamenting mistakes or missed chances, one can celebrate lessons learned, resilience developed, and blessings received along the way. Positive thinking allows them to look forward with hope, seeing the years ahead not as decline but as opportunity. Whether it is pursuing new hobbies, strengthening relationships, or contributing to the community, optimism fuels action. The belief that meaningful experiences still lie ahead keeps the spirit alive and prevents the stagnation that sometimes comes with aging. One of the greatest challenges after 50 is coping with loss, of loved ones, of youth, or of certain physical abilities. Gratitude and positive thinking become anchors in these moments. They allow people to cherish the memories of those who passed, to be thankful for the years shared, and to focus on the legacy left behind rather than only the pain of absence. Similarly, when facing physical limitations, positivity turns the focus to what the body can still do, encouraging adaptation and resilience. This mindset transforms suffering into strength. Daily habits play a big role in cultivating gratitude and positivity. Some people keep journals where they record moments of joy or kindness. Others practice mindfulness, focusing on the present moment without judgment, which enhances appreciation for simple things like a cup of tea, a conversation, or a sunset. Acts of kindness also boost gratitude, as helping others creates a cycle of warmth and fulfillment. Surrounding oneself with positive influences, uplifting books, inspiring stories, or encouraging friends, strengthens this mindset further. Another benefit of gratitude and positive thinking is the impact they have on relationships. A grateful person naturally expresses appreciation, which makes loved ones feel valued. A positive thinker uplifts others, making interactions more enjoyable. These qualities attract kindness and support in return, creating healthier bonds. On the other hand, negativity, constant complaints, or focusing on what is missing often push people away. By choosing gratitude and optimism, individuals create environments where love, trust, and joy flourish. It is also important to acknowledge that positivity is not always easy. Life does bring pain, and pretending otherwise can be unhealthy. The goal is not to suppress emotions but to balance them. It is normal to feel sadness, frustration, or grief. What matters is not staying stuck there. Gratitude offers a path out of negativity, reminding people that alongside pain there are blessings. Positive thinking provides motivation to take small steps forward, even when life feels heavy. Over time, these practices become habits that naturally guide the mind toward resilience. Spirituality often plays a role in fostering gratitude and positivity after 50. Many people turn to prayer, meditation, or reflection to deepen their sense of connection with something greater than themselves. This spiritual grounding enhances acceptance, peace, and appreciation for life's journey. Whether through religion or personal philosophy, seeing life as a gift brings meaning and calm. Gratitude, in this sense, is not just about personal gain but about recognizing life's sacredness. Nature, too, has a powerful effect. Spending time outdoors, whether walking in a park, gardening, or simply sitting under the sky, naturally promotes gratitude and positive thinking. The rhythms of nature remind people of life's beauty and resilience. Watching a flower bloom, hearing birds sing, or feeling fresh air on the skin can awaken appreciation for existence itself. Such simple experiences often become more meaningful after 50, when the rush of earlier years gives way to deeper presence. Ultimately, practicing gratitude and positive thinking after 50 is about reclaiming control over one's inner world. External circumstances may not always be within one's power, but perspective always is. By focusing on what is good, nurturing hope, and appreciating life's blessings, people build emotional strength that carries them through difficulties. This mindset does not eliminate problems, but it transforms the way they are experienced. Instead of being defined by hardships, individuals become defined by resilience, joy, and peace. The later years of life, then, need not be marked by decline or regret. With gratitude and positivity, they can be the most meaningful and fulfilling years yet. Each day becomes a gift, each connection a blessing, and each challenge an opportunity for growth. Gratitude fills the heart with contentment, while positive thinking fills the mind with possibilities. Together, they ensure that happiness and health are not left to chance but are cultivated through conscious choice, allowing life after 50 to be rich, vibrant, and deeply rewarding. After the age of 50, one of the most powerful ways to stay happy and healthy is to keep learning and remain active in both mind and body. This stage of life is often viewed by society as a slowing down, but in reality, it can be a vibrant chapter of growth, discovery, and renewal. The idea that learning and activity are only for the young is outdated. Science and experience show that the human brain continues to adapt and grow when challenged, and the body, though aging, remains remarkably capable when engaged. To stay active is to stay alive in the truest sense, because activity stimulates not just physical strength but also mental sharpness and emotional well-being. Lifelong learning is the foundation of staying mentally sharp after 50. The brain thrives on stimulation, and without it, cognitive decline becomes more likely. Engaging in learning keeps neurons active, encourages new connections, and delays memory loss. This can take many forms. Reading books, exploring new subjects, taking online courses, or even attending community classes. Some people dive into learning a new language, mastering an instrument, or studying history, philosophy, or art. Each new skill acquired strengthens mental flexibility and gives a sense of accomplishment. The process of learning also helps people rediscover curiosity, which is often buried under the routine of earlier life responsibilities. At this stage, learning becomes not about competition or career advancement but about enrichment and joy. Activity for the mind also extends to problem solving and creativity. Puzzles, crosswords, and games like chess stimulate strategic thinking. Writing, painting, or even storytelling tap into creativity and self-expression. These activities reduce stress, provide mental exercise, and keep the mind engaged with the present. For many people after 50, learning is also a way of leaving a legacy. Writing memoirs, recording family histories, or sharing wisdom with younger generations ensures that experiences are not lost but passed forward. Equally important is staying physically active. The body may not move as quickly as it once did, but consistent movement maintains strength, balance, and energy. Simple activities like daily walks, swimming, cycling, or gardening keep the cardiovascular system strong. Yoga and stretching improve flexibility and prevent stiffness, while light strength training preserves muscle mass and bone density. This is particularly important because age naturally brings muscle loss and weaker bones, but activity counteracts these changes. Staying physically active reduces the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, heart problems, and osteoporosis, and it supports independence by making everyday tasks easier. The act of moving also boosts mood, as exercise releases endorphins that combat stress and depression. The social aspect of staying active is equally beneficial. Joining group classes, whether fitness, dance, or even hiking clubs, combines physical health with human connection. This reduces loneliness, motivates consistency, and creates opportunities for new friendships. Shared activity adds meaning and fun, turning exercise from a chore into a joy. For those unable to engage in vigorous activity, even light exercise such as stretching or Tai Chi has immense benefits. The key is consistency and finding forms of movement that are enjoyable. Staying active also applies to lifestyle in general. After 50, it is easy to fall into routines that become repetitive, which can lead to boredom or a sense of stagnation. Breaking patterns by trying new experiences refreshes both mind and spirit. Traveling to new places, even locally, brings excitement and perspective. Exploring new cuisines, learning digital skills, or joining cultural events expands horizons. Staying curious about life ensures that age does not mean decline but instead new beginnings. Another layer of keeping active and learning is emotional growth. After 50, people often reflect more deeply on their lives. This self-awareness can lead to profound inner learning, understanding oneself better, identifying values, and seeking emotional balance. Emotional activity is as important as physical or mental activity. Engaging in honest conversations, participating in support groups, or even practicing mindfulness are forms of active self-growth. They allow individuals to process past experiences, let go of regrets, and create peace. There is also a health benefit to continued learning and activity. Studies have shown that people who challenge themselves intellectually and remain socially and physically active are less likely to develop Alzheimer's or dementia. Activity enhances blood circulation to the brain, while learning strengthens neural connections. The combination of the two keeps the mind resilient against decline. Similarly, active lifestyles reduce the risk of depression, which can often creep in when people feel their usefulness has diminished after retirement. Staying engaged provides a sense of purpose, which is essential for overall well-being. Technology offers another way to continue learning and activity. Many older adults find joy in discovering how to use smartphones, computers, or digital platforms. This not only keeps the brain engaged but also connects them with the modern world and their families. Learning to video call, share photos, or use educational apps opens doors to both knowledge and social bonds. Far from being too complicated, technology becomes a bridge to staying active in a fast-changing world. It is also important to remember that staying active does not always mean constant busyness. It is about balanced activity, engaging the mind, body, and emotions in meaningful ways. Overexertion or pressure can lead to stress, which is counterproductive. The best approach is to find joy in activity and learning. A 30-minute walk, a daily puzzle, a weekly hobby class, or a new book each month may seem small, but together they create a lifestyle of growth. Many people after 50 find that engaging in teaching or mentoring keeps them active. Sharing wisdom with younger generations is a form of learning too, because teaching requires reflection and adaptation. It strengthens confidence and maintains a sense of usefulness. Whether through volunteering, guiding younger colleagues, or simply being available for family advice, the act of giving keeps one active in society. Ultimately, keeping learning and staying active after 50 is about embracing life as a continuous journey rather than a closing chapter. The more engaged a person is with new ideas, skills, people, and activities, the richer their later years become. Instead of being limited by age, they find new freedom to explore without the pressures of earlier responsibilities. This period of life can be one of the most rewarding, filled with discovery, contribution, and joy. Activity keeps the body alive, learning keeps the mind sharp, and together they ensure that happiness and health remain strong companions. The gift of longevity becomes meaningful only when it is matched with vitality, and that vitality comes from never allowing curiosity or movement to fade.